top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Aggies have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Coming out with it, it's Lacey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll go to the ground. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Caught near the sticks. It's Lee. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. The inside handoff. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. On the run, it's Diggs. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Back to pass, it's Reed. Right on the money. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. Fires downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moss. Gets away from one. He's got space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. That's a live ball. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. And to the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacey. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Simmons. Quickly complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a shot as he lets it go. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First play of the period, first down here. Back to throw, it's Reed. Setting up the screen. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Runs through a tackle.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Tight end now in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
That's caught. It's Taylor. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Breaks the tackle. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. The Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Wants to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Diggs. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Reed. The short hands, it's Wilson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's caught downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to...
running room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Here's a heat. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Reed. It's complete! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Aggies!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he made the extra point without problem. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Offense working from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Somehow fits it into that traffic. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Here's the pressure. And the defensive got him at the 27.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Moving out of the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Starting this third quarter on the ground. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
To the air, it's Reed. Pulls it in, it's Moss. He's loose. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Hard running there. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much.
Turns on the Jets. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Aggie. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The option look. He'll toss it. Shakes off the defender. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
To the air, it's Simmons. Oh, they're after him. Makes a grab for a big play. Turning it on at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why...
And he's going to score! Touchdown, Aggie! If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. The give is to Taylor. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Bringing the heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Wallace. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. He's got great speed. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off play action on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Now, 4th down. Texas A&M 28, Ole Miss 7.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Kick is in the air. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
1st and 10.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. Finds a little space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Across the 25, he's got room. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Lacey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Handoff to the single back. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Moss. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands. But the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the air, it's Simmons. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guy.
There he goes. Wide open spaces. The 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line, they're going to have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Reed. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on 4th down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.